Okay, so let me show you quickly around the place for what I've done that did not make it into the last video, so we can work from here. So I've added a lot of plants. As you can see, stuff is starting to get overgrown over here. All of these plants that you're seeing are from Portal 2. So in case you thought they looked familiar, yes, they are from another game you've probably played or at least heard of. We have these nice rock textures. Now I made a normal map because obviously Portal 2 is really old, so the normal maps either just don't exist at all or they're pretty shit. So I made my own one with a website. I think it's a bit extreme and it doesn't look that good. So if you have other websites or ways to make normal maps for these textures, definitely let me know in our Discord server. A link in the description. Join if you are interested for updates, sneak peeks, and just hang out with people. So yeah, we have these piles of rocks everywhere. I also have these little plants. I'm not sure if I like them. We have nice decals everywhere. We have some more rocks over here. Some more decals, more rocks over here. And then on these metal beams, we have a bunch of these leaves hanging from that, which is pretty cool. It casts some nice shadows, so that's pretty sick. However, from what I said, these are very old textures, so they don't allow a certain amount of light to go through it. So as you can see, it's completely dark. But obviously, since there's a light in the center of this, you would want there to shine a little bit of light through the leaves. So if you guys know a tool that can make that happen, let me know in the Discord. To quickly show you from the cinematic viewport, because in the player perspective, it's a lot darker. This is basically what it currently looks like. Yeah, we have all these plants hanging from this part right here. We have a bunch on these metal structures. Also some rocks over here. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay, so I think the best way that we're gonna make this feel a lot more overgrown than it is now is by adding a bunch of bushes. So I have all these bushes, so let me quickly add these in and texture them as well. Okay, I don't know if you can like see this at all, but it looks really dark. But with the light shining on it, this is what we're working with. So that's pretty good. This is just a duplicate. Do we have a bush 2 dead? Haha, I guess you can just leave. Okay, let me edit all of these so we can actually walk through them, because I don't think we want these to have collision. Okay, so we now have all of these textured. I don't know why it looks so dark. I don't know, maybe it's just because of the shadow or something. I don't really know. But let's start placing these around the place. Let's add some leaves sticking out like the edges of the door. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. Let's add some bushes on these rocks and stuff. Add some dead bushes over here. Also, some stuff near the train. There you go. Some bushes near these poles as well. I don't know if I really see this in detail, but we know it's there. I saw you guys' comments about how I could do the spider webs by just like throwing them into like a transparency website to make me not have to deal with it. Look, man, I don't know. I'm always struggling with this opacity. I know it's just a skill issue and that I have to learn how it works, but like, man, I'm just tired of it. And I just want to make fun stuff instead of spending time on trying to figure out something that you're probably not even really gonna notice. So yeah, I'm basically, so far I've only done really the playable area and stuff, but yeah, we obviously need to do a lot more to actually make it feel abandoned in many more ways than just the playable zone of the station. But we'll get to that, don't worry, because let's just do that right now. Let's add a bunch of bushes everywhere. In these we can probably actually put some pretty nice vines. Put like this. Yeah, this works really nice. This one's also really cool. Maybe scale this up a little bit. Yeah, sure, that works. Can we put this like on the side? Or will that look weird? Maybe put it like, no, that's fine. It's not too bad. Okay, let's copy all of this over to the other side. side, because I think that that should be fine. Okay, there we go. I think that that's pretty nice. The plants are pissing me off with this stupid lighting, but we'll make it work. I think that that's quite nice. Let's see how it looks in-game. While we see if this actually looks good in the proper lighting conditions, I can also show you some things that I've done off-screen. Okay, so we spawn in here. I haven't really done this room, as you can clearly tell. We have this lever over here that we can pick up, then put it into this. Pull the lever. Door opens very nicely. This looks kind of nice. This area is way too open though, so we definitely need to add some rubble over here. This looks all pretty cool. I don't know why. God, that is dark. Let's see over here. This is all pretty nice. Okay, so there's where we're gonna get into some new stuff. So I like how all these bushes are looking, that they stick out of like the edges. Yeah, this is all pretty nice. Yeah, over here this is pretty cool. I think, yeah, this lever's over here, so we can put that in there, and then we can pull the 3 levers that are obviously supposed to open those doors, but I think you can see why that might not work in these conditions anymore. Then we have these bushes in here, these bushes behind this. This feels a little empty, so we're gonna have to add stuff over here. I like this, and oh, that's not ideal that clips through, but we'll fix that. I found more spider web. Overall, I like the way this looks. I mean, I want to keep the train mostly just how it looks, because that still kind of needs to be functional. But yeah, I like the way this is going so far. Hey there, it's Boings from the future. I know I haven't been present this entire video, but in this sped up section, I wanted to give some commentary. For the next 30 minutes, I continued to do the same things I did in the last 6.5 minutes of this video. Added some vines, rubble, and when I was finished with that, I decided to move on to the entrance, room, and hallway. So bottom's blue, top's red, top red, bottom blue. And then if we copy this and just make it even smaller, and then make this yellow, and then that stays red. Good, 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 good. And then we're gonna do the most makeshift thing ever, is we can take this, and then if we move this back, so like that, and then when we scale this up like this, maybe that, and then make this red again. Okay, there you go. That's it, right? That's it. This is the most... What in the actual okay, this is the most cursed thing that I've ever created, but I don't care. Okay, we're adding the same door over here. Now, I'm a little worried that because I copied it, let me put this to its normal size. So that now almost neatly fit in here. Can we scale this up without weird consequences? This is linked to the same one, right? So if I pull this, it doesn't. Okay, that's cool.
20 minutes later.
Okay, so now we have this floor. So we can make a little hallway. Very nice. So it's blue, yellow, and then wall. Okay. This is the most makeshift thing I've ever done, dude. Okay, there we go. So yeah, in this, I guess, universe, how about we say this is the game station after the events of Poppy Playtime. So all the monsters are dead. I don't know how this door closed, but that's not my problem. Jesus, man. When we now scan it, it opens. Then we can grab this, put in here, and door opens. Beautiful. I don't want it to be too much stuff in this hallway. I think that this should be fine. And then we'll just add another vine like this one. Yeah, just do that and then put it over here. Insane how perfect that fits. I like this. Okay, let's add some pipes, and I think that should be it for that. I think that's plenty for now. We've done the intro hallway, which is looking pretty spiffy. I like all the plants everywhere. We have this room, which looks super nice, especially with, you know, all the nice textures everywhere, and the floor, especially the reflections, is really cool. And then the station itself, I think, also looks really nice. I like all the rubble everywhere. We're still gonna have to do some basic materials on all the place stuff. That's not gonna take too long, so I'm gonna do that off screen. And the same for the decals. And then tomorrow, I think I'm gonna upload a short video of just showcasing everything in a cinematic view and in its finished state. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications to see the final result as soon as it comes out. Thanks for watching.